For those who haven't seen season 3 yet, how are we raising the stakes and making things sexier than ever?
I think that's just the general evolution of the show, where it's going. The stakes keep getting raised every season, and there's I think there's a lot of there's sort of a lot of attractions that cannot be attraction that can't be acted on. It's a little frustrating sometimes for some of our characters.
It's frustrating as an audience member to watch as well, I will say. But that scene when Emily is cutting her own bangs is probably the most relatable thing we've seen on television this year. Darren, why was it so important for you to include that moment?
Well, first of all, Lily was cutting her bangs. So Lily herself was like, I'm doing bangs this season. And we're like, okay, well, you know what? Let's work that into the show because there is something about, why, why women cut their bangs and something called trauma bangs. And, so we kind of we just had fun with that at the
Yeah.
beginning of the show. We thought we have a really good reason for Emily to cut her bangs. She's just making some tough choices, and she just uh, wants to, somehow reinvent herself a little bit.
Yeah. Bangs are the way to do that.
Yeah.
Lucas, I know you've talked about how you're very different from your character. How so? And then what qualities of yourself do you feel like you brought to Gabriel?
I don't think I'm not that different from my character. I think I would make different choices. That's the nuance. But I brought a lot of myself in Gabrielle. I think vulnerability, femininity, and um, just a few things, just a few traumas that make you that make you more in tune with your surroundings. But I just wanted him to be a modern man, not no toxic masculinity, and there was room for him to be that, and so I it's always better when you can bring a bit of yourself. It makes the character more honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to ask you guys about this cast lunch that you guys
Hmm.
all had.
Uh-huh.
It seems like you're having a blast in Paris together. How do you guys all bond behind the scenes?
You, you know that picture went viral in France. Everybody thinks it's photoshopped, and everybody was like, "What a bad Photoshop!" Like, I
Yeah,
can't believe that
we were there.
it's actually the only picture that is not photoshopped in the entire promotion.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Who in this group, like when you're all hanging out, who's the person who makes the plans?
Hmm. Netflix. In that case.
Say everyone's been saying Ashley, like she will group text everyone and say, "We're going to Disneyland. We're doing this."
Ashley has the ability to move more people in one go than anybody else on this show. That's true. She knows how to assemble. She's our Captain America.
There you go. On the flip side, who would you guys say is the person who's like the first one to go home and go to bed? Call it quits.
I I like going home. I like a little nap. I like the silence of contemplation.
The silence of contemplation while we cut our bangs together in
But I would
earnest.
say, speaking for all of them, it's a fun group. I don't think anybody's racing to go home so early in this crowd.
Yeah. And Darren, I want to ask you, working with Lucas now since he's been Julia Roberts' on-screen boyfriend, has his swagger changed? Is he a little bit more of a diva than maybe?
Yes. And
Um, no, I feel like he got that big Hollywood experience, and
I
on
thought you
that
were gonna say something else. He's
that
got that big head.
no, he got that big Hollywood movie, and it's like but it's so nice to come home to the warm embrace of Emily in
Yes,
Paris.
yes.
Is that how it felt, Lucas?
Yeah, it felt like going on a crazy trip abroad, that you're abroad and you come back to your family and you're like, that was fun, but
You come back to
this is
your
home.
little modest home after spending time in
So modest.
in your relative's mansion, and then you come back and it's like, okay, it's nice
I
here.
came back
It's
to my
comfortable.
family castle.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. How has life changed? I mean, since playing Julia Roberts' boyfriend, because that was the first time that she'd been in a movie in years. I mean, that was the role everybody wanted.
Um, I mean, it's self-explained, you know. I'm still trying to realize what happened, and also the fact that they were so welcoming and took me under their wings and made the set such a safe place for me to improvise. Sometimes even Julia would follow my instinct and change her interpretation to go towards a proposition, and it gave me a sense of I felt, you know, very considered, and it felt really good. As an actor, you know, you're always doubting, you're always questioning everything, and I forgot about my imposter syndrome for a little while, and it felt good. But honestly, it just made me want to, you know, come back to Emily and just bring that experience into Gabriel and make it even better.
I imagine Julia just thought about who do I want to kiss, and decided she wanted to kiss Lucas. Lucas, so you know.
Well, that's all because you cast him all those years ago, Darren. What do you remember about when Lucas walks
Oh
into
well,
the
it's
room?
because he came through for me. You know, it's like I remember what do I met many fun auditions, and I like made him walk on hot coals to get this role. I put him through the ringer.